We've been staying for a few days at the 1692 house. And Jennifer, that name came from.
The date that the original barn was built. So we were staying in a barn, but it does not feel like a barn. This is the nicest barn you will ever walk into.
Yeah, architecturally, it's just amazing. And they actually did most of the design themselves. It's
Yeah.
pretty remarkable.
So family owned business and attention to detail. We don't always do a guided tour of the places we stay, but this place was so remarkable. It deserves its own video.
I will tell you, we will be coming back here. We're actually here as part of a longer stay in the Lake District because uh, the place we normally stay at had already booked 2 nights of our several week stay there. And so for 2 nights, we knew we had to find another place, and which is not hard to do here. But this is so remarkable. I will definitely want to come here. It is just every little aspect of it, from the grounds to our rooms to the breakfast that's served, is just perfect. And as we said to the owner several times, it's all in the details. It's just remarkable.
And you'll get to meet Faith and her son. Stephen was busy when we were meeting with them, but you'll get to meet them and hear the story of this barn conversion.
Yeah, I love it.
And we're in the Lake District and it's starting to rain. Go figure.
Yeah, that's the thing about this weather. Pro tip here, uh, plan for the unexpected. You can start the morning in a bright sun, and by mid-afternoon it's raining, and its temperatures drop 10 or 20 degrees. I absolutely love it because I like this kind of weather, but plan for it. Wear layers. Make sure if you're hiking, you've got a jacket or a windbreaker or a raincoat. Keep it handy. You'll need it probably, but it's lovely.
I'd just like to say I arrived in Wellies. I wore a bathing suit on day 2. I'm leaving in a rain jacket. It's that kind of weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks very much for watching. Enjoy this place.
Bye-bye.
1692 lies just south and a little bit east of Whitehaven. It is in the western side of the Lake District. The nearest village is Gosforth. From Gosforth, you'll go through the village. Take note of both Gosforth Hall Inn and St. Mary's Church. St. Mary's you'll want to go to for its historic value, and the Gosforth Hall Inn is a great pub with good food, and you'll want to make sure that you make a booking in the evening. The Wild Olive is another great option, and it's right in the same small part of the village. As you come through the business side of the village, you'll have a fork and you'll want to stay to the right and head up the hill. That hill takes you clearly out of the village and into this beautiful rural farmland. 1692 is also known as Bolton Farm, so you will be staying on a farm in a barn with llamas and sheep in your backyard. At the top of the hill, you will take your second entrance into the driveway, and it's clearly marked with 1692. And you'll find parking is available immediately in front of the water tank. This historic property continues to act as a working farm as well as a luxury bed and breakfast. We'll give you a tour of the grounds as well as the rooms and the old barn, which has been renovated to serve as the hotel. The adjoining farmhouse was built in the 1800s and serves as the family home. It too has been renovated, although we won't give you a tour since that is their private space. Some of the things that make this stay really special are the furnishings, fittings, and finishes that are just top end, beautifully curated to create a designer look, and this incredible attention to detail, both in service and in comfort. You will find the highest quality finishes throughout the residential spaces. Public spaces are welcoming, and the service opportunities here are really top-notch. everything from a private hot tub experience to a gourmet cook-to-order breakfast, a wet room for hanging up wet weather clothing, and a lot of attention to how you want to spend your time so that you get your most out of this area. There are 6 luxury ensuite rooms available. Some are pet friendly, all are finished to the same high quality, but we'll give you a tour of ours. Though the barn was built in 1692, the farmhouse itself was built in 1892 by the Parker family. It was their original home. Stephen and Faith Newell moved up to this western wild side of the Lake District and began farming and raised their children here. But since the children got older, went to school, studied, and came back, they have turned this into not just a working farm, but a working business. Although I venture to say the alpacas are less a business and more a hobby, while the hotel is where they spend most of their time and energy. Because of its remote location, you're going to want a car, but there is so much to go and see and do within a very short distance. So you have Scafell Pike, Wastwater, the deepest lake, which not only has been attracting divers, but is also big for kayakers, paddlers, and wild swimmers. You also have waterfalls, a steam railway out of Ravensglass, a Roman fort at the Hardknot Pass, and there are cities like Whitehaven, St. Bees, and a number of other coastal towns. And if you aren't sure about where you are, this is a 3D map of the Lake District, and you can just see all of the lakes, all of the mountains, and the waterways. This is such a spectacular area. Lots of hiking around here, and we are in the area of the Wastwater, and that means you have the oldest church, the highest mountain, the deepest lake, all in one area. But whether you're using 1692 Wasdale as a place to relax and get away from it all, or a place to adventure and push yourself, there's something for everyone, and this is the perfect retreat after a day of whatever you've done. Let's take a tour of this renovated barn and show you what this hotel offers in the form of luxury and service. Faith Newell is the mastermind and backbone of this operation. She takes care of training, makes major decisions regarding guest services and the way things are going to operate. Her son Stephen made many of the architectural decisions and was even in charge of designing and decorating our entire room.
I'm afraid Steve has literally just gone back in the house. You should have spoken to him, really. But yeah, he has a big eye for that kind of detail.
Well, I mean, and I'm just noticing, like, even the tiles there is just stuff.
Yeah. Yes, to the noise. Yeah. That's the one thing we discovered is with a lot of hard surfaces,
Sure.
we need to soften it for noise and what have you.
But it's just beautiful.
Good.
It's just, you're doing a lot. She's really good. She's a treasure.
You will enter the property through the front courtyard. The hotel will contact you before your arrival and ask about your arrival time. That way they will be there to meet you. The reception area is the first door in the corner, and when you enter, you'll turn left to the reception desk. You enter the property from the immediate outdoors. If you've come in from walking or hiking, which is what you would be doing up here, they've got a wet room so you can hang your jackets and dump your boots and your shoes, and you don't have to take them into your room. So everything is where it needs to be and keeps what you want nice and clean. They also have a really nice selection of information about local things to do and see while you're in the area. and I found this really helpful. We had a couple of ideas of things we wanted to do, but this gave us some new ones as well. Additionally, in the gathering room, you will see magazines and more information about the hotel and the area. Upon arrival, we were greeted and given a tour. No matter how tired you are, take the time to enjoy this, as it is part of the special service that is offered and will allow you to understand and utilize the home to its highest potential.
So this is our dining area, so this is where you'll be for breakfast tomorrow morning. We ask each room to write their room name down, just so we know what time to expect you in the morning.
Got it.
Each slot is 20 minutes, and that's just so we can prepare, book to order, and then it also gives us a little bit of time in the morning to talk you through things and see what your plans are for the day. Right, that's fabulous. That's you guys booked in. And what I'll do is, if you'd like to go back to the room, I'll get your forms and everything for you.
Our favorite room in the hotel is the Cairn room. Each of the rooms is opened with a digital door knob, meaning you just have a code and it will open it. Our room was prepared with robes because we had reserved a time in the hot tub in the evening. We have an anteroom as well as a large room and a large bathroom and a patio out back. Just beyond that is the hot tub. Our backyard is very, very private. There is a door outside from the living room next door, but we never saw people going out here. We were alone all the time. That pathway takes you directly to the hot tub beyond the hedge behind the room. The room is furnished with a king-size bed, 2 club chairs, a desk area with an additional chair, which is an ergonomic and really comfortable chair. There is a coffee maker, a tea kettle. There will be fresh shortbread biscuits and chocolate candies on your towels. There are side tables at each bedside, as well as plugs on the walls and plugs in the mantle above the bed. You have reading lights as well as ambient lights right next to the bed, so you never have to leave the bed to get light.
I love that this door, the way it locks. All these doors in here are either digital codes, but they're very simple designs. This particular one, you close the door and pull the handle up and the deadbolt locks. I mean, it's simple. Unlock it, the opposite.
I want to talk lighting for just a minute. So you've got lights up there in the architectural beams, as well as some rather bright, almost shop-like lights that hang down and give overall room light. These are some beautiful wall lights. It's just this specialized lighting everywhere. So you've got these up lights that highlight this rock wall at night. You have night lights by the bed, and there's actually 2 different night lights. One is a spotlight, and the other is a light that sort of surrounds from behind. And then you even have a very specific reading light if you should need that also. And that, don't discount, you've got all this natural light coming in from the exterior doors. And in this foyer, there is a motion detector light in the ceiling lights that will come on. There's just, again, that attention to detail. The bathroom perfectly carries out this simple but luxurious theme. These frosted glass doors open into a large space. The sink and vanity area is separated from the tub and shower area. It continues with this mix of concrete and natural rock. The bathroom lights are located just outside the door, but there is additional lighting inside the bathroom. This is a touch light, so even your mirror is pre-lit, but a hugely lit. And I love, again, these ceiling lights offer huge bright lights, but then there are some very special lights over the tub that will just highlight the tub area. I did a late night soak, and I loved having the lights on that rock wall. Both the shower and the handheld wand are operated from this mechanism on the wall. Pull the bottom lever to turn the device on, twist it for hot or cold, and then the top lever will give you access to either the overhead shower or the wand. The bathtub has its own controls, and there will be a sumptuous bath soak solution on the reading rack. Additionally, there's a body and hair wash and a bottle of conditioner near the handheld wand and the shower. Don't forget to set your towels or clothes on the heated towel rack before you bathe. The sink offers lotion, soap, and a really complete vanity pack. Behind the door to the entry vestibule is a closet with hangers and a full-length mirror. The caring room opens up into the main sitting room. This is a large space, beautifully decorated, and a really nice space for gathering. The vibrant colors, comfortable seating arrangements, dark walls, and dramatic artwork are what make this room so special. And from this room, we walk into the breakfast room and the Honesty Bar. The breakfast includes a continental breakfast with lots of homemade goodies and really specialized non-dairy items, different kinds of mueslis and cereals. And the way that you sign up is you put your name down for the time that you want. In the morning, they do it in 20-minute intervals so that everybody gets good, fresh service. There were homemade jams, butters, and marmalades, as well as a loaf of homemade bread this morning. Jonathan has had both the traditional and the vegan 1692 breakfast.
Interesting take on an English breakfast. This is a vegetarian version of it, so vegetarian sausage. Kind of an English breakfast. Beans, tomatoes, eggs, mushrooms, and potatoes.
How are you getting your eggs these days?
Poached.
When did that happen?
Since I tried it and I love it. Quite good. I can't even tell you what a poached egg is, but I think it's cooked in water. Yeah, it's really good. Really good mushrooms.
I've had the avocado toast, omelet, and also the eggy bread, which is like French toast. The crispest finish on that is amazing. And on a pretty day, it's such a temptation to just take your tea or coffee outside and eat on the patio. But this is available all day, so if you want to take something from the Honesty Bar and bring it outside, it's just another way to get the most out of your time here.
We do have the Honesty Bar just here. So with the Honesty Bar, you can help yourself to anything. We've also got the snack basket here with chocolate and crisps, and we've got some Eat Natural bars as well. If you'd like to take anything from the bar, we just ask that you tally it down on the sheets that are in your room, and then we'll charge it all at the end of your stay when you check out.
I really do want to assure you, prices are exceptionally fair. And they've got local brews, as well as some of your favorite mixers, sodas, wines, and maybe some of your other favorite beers, and a huge spirits bar.
Here. The cake is free. It's for you to enjoy with tea and coffee in your room, or if you'd like a drink off the bar and a seat in the lounge, you're more than welcome to do that.
It's coffee cake, and it's maybe the best thing I've ever had in my life. The frosting is interesting. I feel like I'm tasting maybe a little bit of peanut butter, maybe just a lot of butter. It's got nuts and maybe some toffee in it. And the cake itself is quite delicious, but the frosting is to die for, and the little nuts and everything.
If you'd just like to follow me, I'll take you out to the hot tub. So the hot tub is shielded the side of the B&B and the main road and the drive, but the side that views over to the mountains is completely open, so you can take in the views while you're relaxing and having a drink in the hot tub.
Wow. If you book directly with the hotel, there is no cost for the hot tub. If you go through a third-party booking, there is an additional fee.
It's dark, winter. You can look over
The enclosure is lit, so it's easy to get to even in the dark, and the views are spectacular at sunset or any time. The hot tub was clean. It is kept really warm, so even on a cold night, it's very comfortable. And that window at the back is perfect for sunset views. You do need to open and close the hot tub upon your arrival and your departure, but everything else is done for you.
What we'll do is I will pop robes, hot tub towels and flip-flops in your room. Is that okay? I'll get those for you. We also provide little sheets, so if you just have a little read through before you sign it, just to confirm that you understand how the hot tub works.
No matter what part of the hotel you're enjoying, the natural rock walls that were left here, the jewel-toned furniture, the high beams that were part of the original barn structure, you're sure to appreciate your surroundings.
The amount of natural light that we've got coming through as well, it works really well with the dark walls.
Faith and her family own and operate the hotel, but it is obvious that she trains her staff exceptionally well. I've never been greeted in such a kind, generous way with so much information and such a good overview. From the moment we set foot inside until we checked out, we felt so at home and so pampered and so comfortable. The hot tub is up, hidden behind a hedgerow, so lots of privacy, and there is this really lovely shed built around it. But as you're sitting in the hot tub, you have views out the window this direction. But then, if you're sitting here, this is your view. It's a perfect way to spend the evening. There are lights all around that are motion detector, and so they stayed on the whole time we were here, and the water was quite warm, super comfortable. The jets were powerful enough to make you feel good after a long walk, and it's just spectacular. They offer robes and towels and flip-flops so that if you're walking up here, you're still private.
We do travel the world. We've stayed so many places, and this is just one of those special places.
Well, I explained yesterday, it's like it's supposed to be home from home sort of thing, or you know, the idea is that you should feel as though you're guests in our home. It's just that we live next door.
Yeah, well, we will be back, I will tell you.
Good.
And we were back less than a year later. While you can book a room on any of the third-party booking sites, we would encourage you to contact Faith directly using their website. Not only will you get a better deal, but it gives you a more direct contact with her and supports the local owner. If this area looks interesting to you, you'll want to follow our Well Traveled Life channel, where we have videos from the Hard Knot Fort, the Wastwater, Whitehaven, and other sweet spots in this very western region of the Lake District. But we've also fallen in love with the southern part of the Lake District, and we have videos from Windermere, Kirkby-in-Furness, Ulverston, Ascombe, Peel Island, and we even have videos from Keswick and areas more north. If you haven't subscribed, we hope you will, and we'd love to hear your comments. What did you think of this place? We'll be back again, we're sure of that. But if you're interested in more home, hotel, inn, and cottage tours, stick with this channel, and we've got lots for you. We have another favorite accommodation in the Lake District. Just an hour away in Kirkby-in-Furness, we have stayed in a self-catering cottage that we have fallen in love with and continue to go back to year after year. Join us for a tour of that cottage and get to know Helen and John, the owners who have become such good friends.